What's really happening in the real estate market? We're going to talk about that right now. So it's official. It's the second month after the foreign buyer ban that has passed. Now, pricing has not plummeted as much as home buyers were hoping for. And it's actually gone up on a month-to-month basis. And the main reason why is because there's very few homes available, especially for detaches and semis. But I'll tell you, what will affect home prices is the mortgage rates. Will the Bank of Canada raise interest rates again? Now, they may, because there's very low unemployment rates. The unemployment rate actually held pretty steady in January of 5%, just shy of the record low of 4.9% back in June and July of 2022. So roughly it's about 1 million people unemployed all over Canada. Another reason why the Bank of Canada may raise rates is because the US is expected to raise rates by 1 full percent or 100 basis points, which will in turn have a currency inflation on our dollar because their dollar will be stronger, and when they buy Canadian goods, there's going to be a lot more pressure on our dollar. Now, when the Bank of Canada did raise rates by 25 basis points back in January, they did say that it's very likely that they will pause rates. Now, the reason why is because inflation data was actually heading in the right direction of 5.9% back in January. Now, their goal for 2023 is 3%, and then next year, 2%. Now, all 32 economists polled and expect that the Bank of Canada will keep their overnight rate of 4.5% back in March 8th. Now, the majority forecasts that the Bank of Canada will keep the rates consistently stable despite the US raising their rates. And the reason why is because the gross domestic product data actually showed that the economy in Q4 had zero growth. Now, that's compared to their own projections of 1.3% expansion. So the Bank of Canada is already off by 1.3. Now, despite this news, who really knows? I'm not sure if you remember this, but I do, when they said that don't worry Canadians, we're gonna keep our very low interest rate for an exceptionally long period of time back during the pandemic. Well, obviously that didn't turn out totally to be the case because they followed that up with 8 consecutive interest rate hikes. That's never been happened ever in Canada. So what happens then is if they raise rates back, in spring or summer, and they start coming out with more tightening fiscal policies, well, that's just going to be another strike, in my opinion, against their communication and credibility. Now, with all this said, let's just dive right into the numbers. Let's go. Now, before we begin with the Toronto real estate figures, it's important to note that there are a lot of condo apartment transactions that really affect the overall market. So the numbers may be skewed. So let's dive right into it. Now, when it comes to the number of transactions, sales have gone up by 57% on a month-to-month basis. Now, this includes townhouses, condo apartments, detached, semi-detached, and the condo townhouse. Now, it is still lower than the February 2020 figures by 30%, but it's important to note the home prices back then were 8% lower. And when it comes to number of homes available, there's 6% more homes available now, whether it's detached and condo apartments. Now, prices have gone up though by 8% overall. Detached leading the way by 15%, semi-detached by 11%, and condo apartments by 2%. Now, when it comes to the type of market, it's important to note that it's always been a seller's market. It's just the degree in which it was a seller's market. Okay, so detached swung by 30%, semis 42%. Okay, and if you're looking for, how long it takes to quickly sell a home, it's 7 days quicker and faster. There are a lot of multiple offers that are still happening for detaches. Now, if you find this video useful, please like it, share it, And if you want a personal, home valuation or some home buyer tips, feel free to give me a call at 647-931-2121. Take care. Bye-bye.